Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
Bethenny Frankel has appeared on a podcast. She's the most famous Real Housewife of New York and arguably the most famous housewife ever.
Agreed.
She's weighed in on her thoughts about fame and what it used to be and what it is now.
Fame is so stupid. It's like frosting with no cake. Fame used to be something different, and now fame is so crowded, and there are so many different types of fame. You can't have frosting without cake and fame. Now, you can't just be like attractive and photographed. That doesn't even work. I mean, frankly, Kim Kardashian's a boss bitch. She's not frosting without the cake. There's cake, there's layers, there's frosting, there's another cake behind it.
I'm confused. I love a metaphor, but I think Bethenny's missed the point here.
I think what she's trying to say is you almost don't get away nowadays with being vacuous and just being frosting. So, like, for example...
You absolutely do.
Do you think?
Absolutely you do. Of course you do.
So I think she's trying to say, like, for example, Julia Fox, maybe Kanye's ex, is just frosting. There's no cake.
There's a whole lot of people that we know the names of. That,
actually, now when you stop and think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is part of it. And
you're frosting and cake. You're like Kim. You're a lot of cakes.
There's always going to be, and in the past, there has been, people that have skills and are famous for those skills. But there's always been people that really have no discernible skills apart from how they look or what they sound like. Like 50 years ago, there was actresses like Jane Mansfield, who was famous for having huge boobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's always that.
And if you're going to look to the other... I know what she means by there's lots of different types of fame and fame's crowded. For example, TikTokers now.
Yes.
You would argue that a lot of them just lip sync to songs on camera. That's just frosting. There's no cake there.
Oh, I don't know. I find it entertaining.
It's entertaining, but we could all do it.
There's not a mad amount of skills.
No.
I agree. Now, I want to talk about this with you. Reddit. This story is so juicy. I hope we've got some time.
Yeah, we do.
Don't?
We do.
Okay,
is it,
good.
Am I the a-hole one?
Yes.
Yes, they're my favourite.
Okay, basically, I'm not going to read it exactly word for word, but I will tell you it occurred at a 10-year anniversary dinner. Couple was there. This message is from the husband. He's 35, she's 34.
Yep.
Right before, he went and sat down with all his friends that were there to celebrate the wedding anniversary of him and his wife.
Yeah.
He saw her phone light up and it said, "Good night, babe."
Ooh.
He took the phone, went to the bathroom, and he said, "I did something I shouldn't have done." Checked the phone.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't not.
You couldn't not. Realised that she'd been having an affair. It was very clear from the messages. Instead of... that is a terrible situation to be in, by the way.
Awful.
On your 10-year anniversary with a
everyone
house
there.
full of... about to have an anniversary dinner. He sits down and instead of confronting her privately, he tapped his glass. Tip, tip, tip.
No.
And he says, "I just want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate our love, and a special thanks to Mark for keeping my wife entertained when I'm not around." And then he just walked out. His wife has been crying. She says that he humiliated her, and his friends are split between what they think. Some say she deserved it. Others think he went too far.
Nah, I'm in his camp.
It says, edit, "We are not divorcing."
Oh. So they've obviously managed to figure it out. I love that performance, though. You would feel like you're at a dinner party on maths if you were, like, sitting there watching this unfold.
It's such a hard thing. What would you do? Because everyone is there. I think I would just go very quiet, like a cat that poos in the cupboard, and just get, do you know what I mean? And just get through the situation.
Can you imagine the debrief of all the patrons, like all the mates hanging out, like the next day phone calls?
Oh, no, I know what I would do.
What?
So obviously my best friend Beck would be there.
Yes.
I would say, "Can I just show you the dessert that I've made?" And then I would scurry away with her and I go, "Oh my God, I've just found this out. What do I do?" And then she would announce it because she's so loyal. She would take the heat. That is harsh.
That's a great story, though.
It's a great story.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Do not switch off because we've just put our last name on the shortlist.
Yes, for Nova's Red Room Global Tour, powered by Expedia. Swanee, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are going to be making that call just after 4 o'clock.
So exciting.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
We love Nikki Glazer.
Love her. She's in town soon doing stand-up shows.
The weirdest thing, though, about Nikki Glazer, she's like the most famous person that you don't really know anything about or couldn't pick out of a lineup.
No. If you need help trying to picture her, she was the blonde chick that hosted Tom Brady's roast. That really catapulted her to fame, and she is so hilarious.
She's so funny and so clever. But didn't she do like one of the big award ceremonies as well recently?
The Golden Globes.
She did the Golden Globes. So why isn't everybody talking about it? Why doesn't she have a name as recognisable as, I don't know. I mean, look, maybe I don't speak to anyone but you.
I think she does, Swanee. I think you'd be surprised. She's here in July.
It's so exciting. Can we go? Can you go with me? Make me go because I really love her. She appeared on Gwyneth's Goop podcast.
Oh, cool.
And they talked Raya.
There were so many celebrities that I saw on Raya.
Celebrities on Raya.
I think face came up for me so many times, multiple times.
That would have been a good one.
Right?
He's gorgeous.
I'm sure he just didn't see my profile, even though I clicked on his a million. Like, they'll keep serving you up the same people. I know for a fact he had to have seen my profile and gone, nope. No. Why do they keep? Because sometimes they send people that you keep saying no to. So, like, I would have matched with him if he was interested.
Now
so
he regrets it.
So the name that they've beeped out there is Andrew Garfield. He played, I want to say Spider-Man. Yeah, it was Spider-Man. You know that guy? All of those sort of Spider-Man actors, all of them, they all look the same to me.
Yeah, he's very, forgettable. I've just Googled him.
Yeah. But anyway, he was on Raya. Have you ever looked on Raya? It's the celebrity.
I'm on it. Are you kidding?
What?
I've told you about this. I can open it for you right now. But for gays, it's so hard. See, Courtney.
Who's that?
Manchester
God,
United.
I thought that was you. I'm like, geez, the PT's really paying off.
Chris from New York.
Okay,
hot,
so Chris from New York looks exactly like The Rock.
Nick in LA, never going to meet you.
Why not?
Gautier in Paris, not going to Paris this year.
Why not?
Mateo,
you never know.
Mexico, hot, I'll say yes.
Oh my God, he's so beautiful.
Jordan, Sydney, Australia. Okay, we'll give him a like. Because that's an actual chance. Oh, we've connected. Oh, and it says connected.
What does that mean?
That he had previously liked me.
Tom, we could have just seen the beginning of an amazing love story. And Tom just said, doubt it.
You dog. Anyway.
So have you ever seen someone famous on
Troye Sivan.
Anyone else?
Kind of like internet. I see a lot of internet celebrities. Like a Jake Shane, for example.
Never heard of Jake Shane. Who's that?
Yeah, I don't think he's a massive podcaster.
Oh.
Anyway, that's
God,
enough about Mariah.
I could have so much fun looking in there. I would love that.
It's a lot of fun, but it's just the
Maybe I could do that instead of spending hours on Facebook Marketplace looking for bed heads and old ducted heating units. And asking questions like, hello, Rob, will this fit in my RAV4?
Oh, that is grim.
Oh, my God.
He's someone where we live. He's quite attractive, actually.
Let me see. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Well, not for me, but that's all right. I'm not interested
it's a cross.
in anyone.
Actually, no, that angle's, yeah. Okay, next.
All right, let's move on to Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham is probably not a name that you immediately recognise, but you sure will because he is in the Netflix series that everyone is watching, Adolescence, and I promise you, Jack, I am going to watch it this weekend.
Yay. He plays the dad.
He's everywhere. He plays the dad. I've seen him in a lot of other stuff. Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he also wrote Adolescence. That's a really big part about his role.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I love a clever man like that. Anyway, he has just signed on to play the father of Bruce Springsteen in the upcoming biopic.
Oh.
That's something that I would love to see.
Didn't realise there was a Bruce Springsteen biopic happening.
Oh, yeah, and it's got the original rat boyfriend in it.
Oh, maybe we did talk about that when it was announced.
Who's the original rat boyfriend? What's his name? The chef from The Bear.
Oh, Jeremy Allen White.
Yes.
Love him.
Yes.
Hey, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next, and you cannot miss this show because they will be calling someone to tell them that they are on their way to Nova's Global Red Room Tour powered by Expedia.
Have a gorgeous weekend, Nick.
You too, Swanee.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.